Good morning, class. Good morning, viewers. Clinton, how are you? Clinton? Clinton? Massey, can you hear me? Massey? Clinton?
Yes, sir.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, please ensure that you mute your mic so that there is no much noise. Once you are in, mute your mic.
Okay.
All right. Massey Chepkamoy? Massey Modoni? Modoni Massey? Massey Chepkamoy?
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, please mute your mic so that you minimize the class noise. Massey Modoni?
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, please keep your mic muted as we put on the ground rules so that we are able to minimize the noise. So my feeling is that I should start off the class. I can see you are only 3 of you. I don't know what we will do because I'm supposed to take a roll call for the people who are, for the students who have attended the session. And I can see it's about 8:25 and time is really moving. So I don't know what we do, whether we continue or not. In case you like to talk, just put your mic on. When I see your mic on, I will be noticing that you want to say something. When you put the mic on, it's like raising up your hand. Wanjala? Miriam? Miriam? Lynette? Nelvin? Kerono Lynette? Miriam, can you hear me? Miriam? Miriam? Nelvin? Cherono? Oh, may I ask from Modoni? Modoni, can you see the screen?
Yes. I can see the presentation.
Religions of the Near East to be covered in this course. You can see that? All right, very good. Mase Chepkemoy, you can see the screen?
Yes.
Very good, very well. All right, very good. Clinton, you can see the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen.
Okay. All right. Let me be getting. Okay, Abdullahi Mase. Can you hear me? So for those people who are getting in, the moment you are in, please go to the public chat area and say you can and register your presence. Just you can say that you have joined and you can hear, so that we can know how to help you. Once you join, go to the public chat area, register your presence by saying that you are okay. That is very okay. And given those ground rules, that is, the first one is turn your mic on off when you log in. Choose to listen only. Once you are in, just register your presence in the chat area. It's very important, because this is like also in case you are we have to follow up whether you attended. One can see the public chat area that you registered your presence. It's very important. I don't know, I'm yet to hear from Nervin and Abdullahi, as well as Miriam. Nelvin, you can hear me, but you can't talk. Evelyn?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can see you are in.
Yeah.
It's very register your presence in the public chat area and then put your mic off so that we minimize the noise. You can read the screen. You can see the screen.
Yes.
Very good. Now check your mic so that it's off to minimize the noise.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
How am I going to reduce this and stuff?
Sorry? Sorry? Come again.
What am I going to do?
Your network is a bit challenged. I don't know what is the problem. You are asking where you are going to? Hello? When you log in, choose to listen only. And when you are supposed to talk is when you put your mic on. There is an icon that is on your screen, which should be like you check it and then it will just show red. That shows that the mic is off. Evelyn, can you hear me? Nelvin? So in case there is anybody with a question on what we have covered so far, or if there are any challenges you are facing, you can raise them up now before I start up the presentation, which will take me about 30 minutes. Yes, anybody with a concern to raise?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Clinton.
Okay, you told us that you are going to upload the audio recording on the last class, but we didn't find it.
You have not found it?
Yes.
Okay. yes, I can make it available of the last class. It's only that they had
Yeah.
a lot of noise, especially from the class itself, because when you would find that when somebody has joined the class, they will just not mute their mic and then the background noises would be audible. So I don't
Okay.
know. I can post it as it is,
Okay.
or I don't know if I post a video, it would be a bit. It would be a bit. I think it would be very heavy to upload or to download. So I'll just make it available.
Okay.
I'll make it available. The last presentation, you can just download it and see how it is, and then get to listen.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And once you get it, please
Okay.
tell me. You have my number.
Yes.
Tell me
Yeah.
if I fail to give it to you or to avail it. Remind me so that I make sure that it's available. I think there is a button that we are supposed to check in so that it's available. For this
Okay.
presentation, I am also going to let it be there for you, so you can download it soon after the presentation. All right, that's a good one. Anybody, any other person with a question? Doreen Murugi? Evelyn, you have a query?
No.
Yes, you have known how to mute the mic. Very good. Now you are a good presenter in the conference.
Thank you.
I'm trying to get to Mase Chepkemoi.
Yes. On the
Oh,
activities you gave us, how are we
yes.
supposed to submit it?
How are you supposed to
Submit it like you said you do it in a different sheet of paper. So how are we supposed to do it? We do it and then we submit it via your email or what?
No, this forum as the forum, the ZDS or the big blue button as a way of returning the papers. And what I was saying is a separate sheet of papers means that a question 1 is on one paper, question 2 is on a different paper.
Okay.
Because I don't expect you to write a lot. Kitu kidogo, usiandike mavitu mingi. So I expect 2 pages. Sindio?
Okay. Yeah.
Or you want me to remove that area of papers? I can remove that so that you can be free to submit the way you want. Is it?
Okay. I thought
Yes.
the journal is better because it has that area for submit, so it will be easy for us.
So when you try to return in a journal, is it okay for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can make it a journal, you can make it a file.
Yeah.
Just return the paper in the way that it's good for you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't have to bother a lot. These activities are meant to give me some communication that you are doing something. So as you are just return them in the way that you feel is comfortable, and according to the options that are available for you in this forum. Good. Any other query? Evelyn, you're offline. Evelyn,
Yes.
are you getting offline?
No.
Oh, ni vile unazima mic ama nini?
Nilikuwa nimezima mic.
Oh, good. Because when I see you are offline, I'm like, kwani hauko kwa mtandao?
Pana.
Okay, let me get some. Okay, Cherono Lynette, please, if you can hear me, put your mic on and just respond to Cherono Lynette. Nelvin,
Yes.
please put your mic off. Usikusikie vile
Yes.
unaongea na huko. Put your mic off so that we don't hear what you are what other people are saying or there.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Cherono, are you around? Doreen Murugi? Mase, I think Chepkemoy is there. Mase Mothoni? Yes, you can hear me. And yes, sure. Okay, very good. So I want to start by noting that today we're going to focus on religions of the Near East. Religions of the Near East are many, but due to the limited time that we have, we will focus on three common ones, namely Hinduism, Buddhism, and Zoroastrianism. So for the start, we'll look into this religion known as Hinduism. If there is any problem as I do the presentation, please let me know so that I'm able to go back to the slide or to the presentation. All right. I don't know what has happened to my screen. It's not moving to the next. Maybe I should restore it. All right, so I hope everyone can see my screen. So I've said that we're going to be looking at the religions of the Near East, which include Hinduism, Buddhism, and Zoroastrianism. Hinduism. You can see the Hinduism symbols On the top left is a symbol of Hinduism. And then on the top there is a Sanskrit and many other symbols. That's just for other symbols that are very common in Hinduism. Hinduism is one of the greatest religions in the Near East, and it is very popular in India. And this religion started or grew up out of the cultural assimilation, or absorbing and assimilating all the cultural movements and all the religious movements in India. So what we are saying is that in India, there are a lot of religions around. There are a lot of cultural movements or cultural things around. So this religion grew out to be an umbrella of all those religious and cultural movements in India. The Hindus call their religion or religions, because there are so many gods, of course, they call this religion Sanatana Dharma. That is the eternal religion, or the universal truth. Hinduism is not revealed religion. It is not like Christianity that is revealed by God to a certain individual, like the prophet. Then this prophet communicates to people. It is as a result, Hinduism is a result of a gradual process of reflection by individuals through the centuries. So people just reflect, get into deep thinking, they look at the experiences of life, and then out of these reflections and experiences, religion develops. Hinduism is therefore best described as the way of life. It is actually not a religion like Christianity. It is better described as the way of life. Hinduism is therefore more of orthopraxy rather than orthodoxy. Orthopraxy means the right conduct. Orthodoxy means the right belief. Ortho is the right. Doxy are the beliefs. Ortho is the right. Praxy is the conduct, like practice. So when you talk of orthodoxy, we are talking of right belief. When we talk of orthopraxy, we are talking of the right conduct. Hinduism has no dogma. A dogma is a set of beliefs or beliefs put forward to be accepted without a question. For example, in Christianity, there are some dogmas. I'll give you an example of the Catholic Church. One of the dogmas in the Catholic Church is that the Pope cannot go wrong when he makes some pronouncements on matters of the church. That's a dogma. Another dogma is Mary is the mother of God. Mother of God, not mother of Jesus, mother of God. That's a dogma which you are supposed to accept without a lot of question. So this is what we are saying. Hinduism does not have dogma. Hinduism does not have doctrines or doctrinal orthodoxy. Like the doctrine of the Trinity in Christianity, we talk of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's a doctrine. There is also the doctrine of, maybe in some churches we have so many doctrines of authority, like accepting that when a certain person within the church communicates, the communication of this person is binding. Hinduism does not have doctrines. It just accepts the authority of the fenders. Fenders are the writings, or some of the scriptures. The scriptures are contained in a book known as fenders. So Hindus will accept the authority of the scriptures, that is the fenders, and the basic element of social order. Hinduism has no credit. Credit means the creed. Christianity has the creed, which says, I believe in one God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, and in Jesus Christ, his only Son, who was born, who was begotten, all those are, that is a creed. Islam has also the creed that I believe, or the Muslims believe that Allah, they believe that there is no other God but Allah, and Muhammad is his prophet. That is a creed. So in Hinduism, one is born a Hindu. You do not have the creed that you keep on reciting or following. Hinduism has no revelation. In fact, that religion does not claim any great revelation from God to a certain individual at a particular time or place. So you will not hear of prophets. You will not hear of people who have received messages from God, etc., etc. So the next thing that we need to talk about Hinduism is belief in God. God is designating the term Brahman. So we will focus on believing God in Hinduism. Hinduism believes in one all-encompassing God. Sorry for that. Hinduism believes in one all-encompassing God. That is a Brahman. Brahman is a supreme reality, that is God, for all the Hindus. And it is said that Hindus believe that there are over 33 million deities or gods. That is as many as the Hindus that exist. If there are 33 million Hindus, then there are 33 million gods. In other words, it's like everyone has their personal God. All matter is simply an emanation of one most powerful God. That is, all these other gods, they derive or they emanate or they come from one most powerful God known as the Brahman. Brahman has no physical form. Brahman has no physical form. You cannot make a representation of the way, doesn't have a physical body like me and you. Other gods are manifestations or avatars of Brahman. So when we talk of many gods, these are manifestations, or if you want to call them the avatars. I'm sure you are asking what is an avatar? An avatar is like an icon or a figure representing a particular person. I'm sure some of you in your video, you can put an avatar, an image that represents you, so that when you talk, this image begins to talk. Have you ever trying to do a video of yourself and then you put an avatar. I don't know whether you have ever put an avatar. It just looks like a video or something, a figure representing a particular person. So for the case of this presentation or for this religion, avatar is the manifestation of the deity. So there are infinite number of avatars or gods for Brahma. You can see, if you notice here, you can see where I'm pointing with red. That is an elephant. You see, you can see the elephant. You can see this like a mother and a child. You can see this one is like a king. There are so many, you see, many representations. And all these are avatars and many more. This is like the one Brahma with so many other representations there. And you can see the women, men, etc. Those are known as the avatars. Some look like monkeys, others are like animals, others are human beings, etc. Those are known as the manifestations of the deity, and there are so many of them in Hinduism. That's why if you go to the Hindu temple, I'm sure those of you who have visited Nairobi, along the forest road, you'll see the Hindu temple. If you notice, if you look at the wall, you'll see some of these carvings of various images. Those are known as the avatars of the one God, that is the Brahma. There are three emanations of Brahma, and this concept of emanation is represented or is known as Trimurti. In other words, emanations, the way these are like the I don't know how I will put the word to emanate, or the manifestations, the three great manifestations or representations of Brahma, or presentation of Brahman, is first of all the creator, God the creator. Then there is a Vishnu, the preserver, and the Shiva, the destroyer. Those are the three major ones. And I would like you to notice something a bit peculiar here. You can see the Trimurti, the three emanations of Brahma, is similar to the Christian concept of the Trinity. Trinity, three gods in one. Three emanations of Brahma, Trimurti, that is three. Three multis representing the greater Brahman. So Brahma is a creator, that is the father, if you want to say in Christianity. Then Vishnu is a preserver, and then Shiva is the destroyer. These are the three major gods: Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. And you can see they are all represented in symbolic manner. Yeah, you can see the creator looks to have many hands and sits on the throne with many faces. Then we have the preserver. The preserver appears to be very well protected. The destroyer appears to be very weird. All right. Hindu scriptures. Hindu has several sacred texts. The major ones are the Shruti and the Smriti. Shruti is what is heard. It contains what is heard, and it's the most authoritative and the oldest of all the sacred texts. In Shruti, we have the Vedas. Vedas means the truth. In the Vedas, we have the myths, the rituals, the chants contained in the Vedas. Then within the Shruti, we have also Upanishads. Upanishads present the metaphysical speculation. This is where you find the Hindu philosophy, metaphysical speculation. So when you talk of philosophy, because if each religion has its own philosophy, and you like to find the philosophy of Hinduism, you focus on Upanishads and plus other texts. Then the next category of the sacred texts are the Smriti. What is remembered? What is remembered? And this contains the Greek Indian epics. The epics are the stories of great heroes or individuals. And the great epics that are presented are of two great people like Ramayana and Mahabharata. And this Mahabharata includes another epic of Bhagavad Gita, plus others. So we can say Vedas are the oldest forms of writings among the Hindu, and Hindus believe that one spirit, one supreme spirit is the only reality, and all other living things have souls that come from that spirit. Hinduism have the priests, and these priests are the ones who ensure that these sacred texts are preserved and shared according to the dictates of that religion. And priests are the top in the caste. We'll be looking at the caste system in India in the next slide. So with this given inequality that the priests are the highest ranking in the society, so they are considered to be very holy and very superior. Then we have another category of people who are not holy and who are inferior. And this brings the caste. The caste is like the division within the society. And so I move to the next slide on the caste system. Caste system in India, or the caste system in India, was not originally planned as an institution. It came out of the matter of existence, how people live in day-to-day life. But when it is focused on religion, it has some kind of relationship to Hinduism. We have four main popular castes. The first caste is known as the Brahmins. And as I've said, the Brahmins is where the priests belong. And it's regarded as a very high division or caste within the society. And these priests are regarded to be nearer to the supreme being. In fact, they are regarded to as the intermediaries between the supreme being and humanity. Then the next category amongst them are the so-called Kshatriyas, the Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas consist of the so-called warriors or the kings. These people defend the traditions of the Hindu society. And then the next category is the Vaishyas. Vaishyas are the traders, merchants, eminent personalities. These are the owners of the property or the business people, the merchants. Then followed down is the Sudras. The Sudras are the colored people. These are the people responsible for providing cheap labor. These are the so-called, if you want to call them, they are the so-called the hustlers. And they call them the colored people because they do not belong to most of them are regarded to be outside of that society. They come from other people or communities, and they are just responsible for providing cheap labor. Then the last one is known as the outcasts or the untouchables. These are not even accounted for in the society. When people are being counted, they are known as the uncountable or the untouchables. So that is the caste system. Some people will ask, Is this the reality in India if you go today? No, you may not find it. But this is something that was traditional. And it's just something that is very silent. Chebon, please mute your mic. Hello? Hello? Yes, Chebon. Yes, once you put your mic on, it gives a lot of echo. So just put your mic off so that there is no echo sound. So thank you. So what we are saying is this thing known as a caste system may not be there in India. Even if you go there or you go to the Hindu, it may not be very, very articulate. In fact, it's a practice that is dying, but there are some traditionalists who continue maintaining it. Chebon? Chebon? Hello? Yes, Jerob. Chebon? Yes, so the other thing that I would like us to look into is the basic concepts in Hinduism. There are some basic concepts like the Dharma, Kalma, Samsara, and Moksha. These concepts are the basis of Hinduism. For example, Dharma. Dharma involves the duties and responsibilities according to one's caste. If you belong to the priestly class, then there are some responsibilities and duties that one is supposed to observe. So it is one's responsibilities and duties. Then the other is karma. Karma states that one's actions in this life will affect the next life and vice versa. What you do in this world will affect the next world. In this sense that, and this actually tells you that Hindus believe in life after death. So whatever you do in this life will definitely affect you in the next life. And what happens in the next life will affect the present life. And this is well articulated in Samsara. Samsara is the wheel of life. The wheel of life. And this wheel of life is presented as follows: that one is born, then diseases, accidents, etc. happen in this, and then death comes. Then after death, there is a rebirth. And somebody comes back in another form. And here you can see what I mean on this picture over there. You can see a very young child here. You can see where I'm pointing in red. Clinton, you can see?
Yeah.
Evelyn, you can see the red. Very good. So this one is a baby who has been born. And you can see this baby is attached to a dead person here. Now. So this dead person is actually reborn through this baby. This baby grows up, continues growing up, becomes a warrior, becomes somebody, then becomes a dad, then ages to become a grandparent, then continues aging, continues until they die. Then after here, they go to heaven. Once they go to heaven or hell, actually heaven, then they come back again through this baby who is born. So this is what we are calling the wheel of life. There is this kind of wheel which spins. There is birth, there is death, there is rebirth. So life continues. Death cannot destroy life. And this concept is also there in Christianity. It is there in African traditional religion that somebody is named after an ancestor. Even in Christianity, we find people coming back to life. And we are also told that we shall come back to life. You know, after we die, there will be resurrection. This is the concept of reincarnation, resurrection. Life continues and death does not defeat life. Then the next is the concept of moksha. Moksha. Moksha is the concept of enlightenment. Enlightenment. And if you want to escape from samsara, then you have to be enlightened. If you want to escape from this issue of being bundled into one category of without moving from one place to another, you need to be enlightened. And once you get enlightened, you become one with Brahman. So, for a Hindu, you need to have these concepts: karma, samsara, and moksha. Moksha is enlightenment, and it makes you to very well articulate yourself in matters of samsara, matters of karma, and dharma. Well, the next is the goal of Hinduism. The goal of Hinduism is achieving the state of perfect understanding between the Atman and Brahman, becoming enlightened through karma and reincarnation. Good relationship between the soul, yourself, and Brahma. And this can be achieved through enlightenment. And then the other goal is samsara, the getting into the cycle of reincarnation. Atman, or the soul, is born again and again until moksha is achieved. And we say that the moksha is that enlightenment. If you go to back to this slide, moksha is enlightenment. So what we are talking about here is that Atman is reborn, or the soul is reborn again and again until you achieve that enlightenment. And once you get this enlightenment, then you become one with Brahman, or with God. And this one is very well articulated or demonstrated or presented in this kind of a cycle of birth, rebirth, death, birth, rebirth, etc. This continues, and the more one continues, then you attain the moksha, the enlightenment. And this is what we are calling the samsara, the wheel of life. The wheel of life. And if you notice, there is, in this wheel, you can see different categories of people here. You see the wheel keeps on turning and turning. There is a birth, there is a death, and then it comes back again, etc., etc. So samsara is that cycle, or the wheel of life. Well, I hope we are moving well. The other presentation I'd like to make is the Hindu festivals. One of the greatest festivals among the Hindu is Sankranti. Sankranti. This is celebrated on the 14th of January of every year by the Hindus, and it is an event or a festival that is dedicated to Surya, the sun god. Surya is the sun god. The festival is supposed to mark the first day when the sun is transiting into Capricorn, when the sun is moving into the Tropic of Capricorn. And this is known as Makara. Makara Sankranti also marks the end of this month when the winter solstice or the winter period comes into being. And this is referred to as the darkest night of the year. And this is the time that this one happens. So in essence, what I would like you to notice is that there is a festival known as Sankranti, which is celebrated to mark and is dedicated to the sun god, and is supposed to mark the first day when the sun is moving towards the Capricorn. And the closure of this event is known as Makar Sankranti, and it comes during the winter period. This is very important for us to know that there are those festivals. And you can see during this festival, there is a lot of reflection. Yeah. There is a lot of, adorning of attire. People wear clothes. People have a lot of many things, etc., and they attend into religious gatherings, etc. Then the other festival is these other festivals are demonstrated in the mind's mastery over the body. In other words, there is a festival, a marking of an event that is done by an individual.